How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is a map update for Farming Simulator 25 on the mod map Prairie Farm, Michigan. And currently there is no history of a new save game being required. This is for changelog 1.2.0.0, and it reads, no save not required. Corn harvest texture and yield increased. Soybean harvest texture, row spacing, and yield increased. Sugar beet row spacing to match amity equipment and yield increased. More paintable ground textures. Sheds have gutter and downspouts with water effect when raining. Flat rolling texture. After collecting 10 collectibles, the rest will show on the minimap. 20 total on this map. Chopped alfalfa and alfalfa haylage fill types added for full alfalfa integration. 4 base game modded bunk silos added to the map for making alfalfa haylage. You must use these bunkers. You cannot use any other modded ones or the base game bunkers to make alfalfa haylage. Alfalfa haylage bales can be made by wrapping wet alfalfa bales. And that is it. So let's start at the top and work our way down. Corn harvest texture and yield increased. So the harvesting textures for the corn, I will show those off here at the end. But for right now, let's keep on going. Soybean harvest texture, row spacing, and yield increased. So let's go ahead and take a look at, actually no, we can't look at soybeans because we don't have any on this map. So let's go ahead and look at the next one. Sugar beet row spacing to match amity equipment and yield increased. So let's take a look at a field filled with sugar beets, and you can see that it does look very evenly spaced here, and hopefully it does match the amity equipment. Next one is more paintable ground textures. If we take a look over here on the decorations deco tab, I think this is. Yeah, anyways, under painting, we scroll all the way down, we see a whole bunch of paintable textures, so very, very nice. Next one, sheds have gutters and downspouts with water affecting when raining. So let's go ahead and head back to our main starting farm, visit here. So what we have here are the gutters and downspouts. So according to this, when it rains, this will start to actually have water flowing out of it, which I'll fast forward and get to a point where there is some rain, so that way we can actually see that in action. Flat rolling texture. Well, I have this set up, and if we fire this up and start heading out, you can see that is actually really, really nice. That makes that stand out so well compared to like standard texture, because you just get those like little lines that looks like you just seeded, but this is a good texture. I like that. After collecting 10 collectibles, the rest will show on the minimap. 10 total on this, or 20 total on this map. So after you collect the 10 collectibles, you'll get the map. They'll actually start showing icons, and those icons are where the remainder are located. And we can also confirm that there are indeed 20 collectibles down at the bottom right hand corner where it says collectibles collected, 0 of 20. Next one is chopped alfalfa and alfalfa haylage fill types added for full alfalfa integration. So if we take a look under this one here and under prices, you can see we do have alfalfa here, as well as alfalfa hay and alfalfa haylage. So very, very awesome that we have all those as different types for our farm here. So next one is chopped alfalfa and alfalfa haylage fill types. Nope, I read that one already. 4 base game modded bunk silos added to the map for making alfalfa haylage. You must use these bunkers. You cannot use any other modded ones or the base game bunkers to make alfalfa haylage. So essentially the alfalfa silage, you know, think of it that way. And if you take a look at the build menu here under silos, we scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says Prairie Farm Michigan mods. These ones here where it says small bunker silo to make alfalfa haylage. So this is where you bring your alfalfa to dump it off just like you would with your grass or your chaff or anything like that. You just dump it in here and you're able to make your silage. And again, anything that says specifically to make alfalfa haylage, it's going to be completely and utterly separate than these ones here that will only make silage. Next one is alfalfa haylage bales can be made by wrapping wet alfalfa bales. So over here, oh, so many pieces of equipment. So many. There we go. I've got this. I bought this little field here. It's full of alfalfa, as you can see, and it is ready to harvest. So let's go ahead and hop in here real quick. Turn this on. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, so you can see we're starting to put down a nice little swath right there. Let's just get this a nice long row so we can use the next set of equipment. There we go. And now, turn this on, lower this down. It should be long enough to... Oh yeah, that'll be long enough. So we just pick this up as normal. Filling this up with alfalfa. It's going to spit it out. And now wrapping. Oh, and I forgot to... There we go. Dump that out. Okay. So now you can see it is still listed as alfalfa. What happened here? My television, for some reason, decided that it didn't want me to be looking at that. I don't know what just happened. There we go. So, yeah, so we've got the alfalfa bale here, as you can see, and it's going to be 0% fermented. It's just going to be sitting here, and it's just going to ferment just like a normal silage bale would. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series of fast forwards. First off, I want to go ahead and show off the kind of harvesting texture for the corn, because we do have a cornfield and we can get it ready for harvest. Then I'm also going to show this being as listed as, you know, alfalfa haylage, and kind of go from there. So let's go ahead and head back to the farm, which is down here. Whoops. Visit. There we go. All right, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead a little ways. I'll cut us out here, and I'll cut us back in once there's things to do. All right, so after doing a whole load of unpacking, we finally got this set of equipment out, the harvester with the corn header. So let's get this unfolded. And... okay. So that's what it looks like with the new corn harvest texture and yield increase. So you can see we got you know, pretty decent amount with just a small pass here, a little less than 1,000 liters, so not too shabby. And if we go kind of get a nice little close-up view, nice, I like it. And then I need to go ahead and skip ahead just a little bit further to go ahead and get some rain, as well as fermenting that last that bale. So let's go ahead and cut out and cut us back in as soon as we get there. All right, so we're a couple of months ahead. As you can see, we're now in November, and if we approach this, alfalfa haylage down at the bottom right hand corner, 3,500 liters. That is excellent. Now, as far as I'm aware also, is that if we take a look at our animals here, if you take a look down at the bottom there, you'll see two of the symbols that looks like silage down there. One of them is the silage, and one of them is the alfalfa haylage. So that is been fully integrated into the animals as well. So that is really cool. And now we're going to cut us out one last time and wait for some rain. And here we are in the month of May, and with all the rain that's coming, we've got gutters and we got water from the gutters. That is a very nice detail that I can totally get behind. I appreciate this detail very, very much. And that should be it. That is all the changes for changelogs 1.2.0.0 here on Prairie Farm, Michigan. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy doing to show you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Take care.